The Whispers in the Walls. James had always been skeptical of ghost stories. As a contractor, he had spent years renovating old houses, and nothing supernatural had ever happened, until he started working on the Whitmore house. The house had been abandoned for decades, a towering Victorian structure with peeling wallpaper and warped floorboards. The townspeople claimed it was cursed, that families who lived there never stayed long. James ignored the stories. He was there to do a job. The first time he heard the whispers, he dismissed them as the wind, a faint murmur, like voices just beyond his comprehension. The second time, he was in the basement, pulling out rotted beams, when he heard a distinct giggle, high-pitched, childlike. James froze. He was alone. Shaking it off, he worked faster, eager to finish. That night, he stayed late, installing new floorboards in the hallway. The dim light from his work lamp barely reached the farthest corners, leaving pockets of darkness where the house seemed to breathe. Then came the knocking, soft at first, then louder. Knock, knock, knock. It came from inside the walls. James felt his skin crawl. Rats, he told himself, just rats. But when he pressed his ear against the wall, the knocking stopped. Then a voice whispered, "Let me out." James stumbled back, his pulse hammering. His rational mind screamed for an explanation, but then the whisper turned into a sob, a desperate, muffled cry. Gripping his crowbar, he pried open the wall. Dust and splinters filled the air as the wooden planks gave way, revealing a hollow space. And inside, a small, rotted coffin. James barely had time to react before something moved inside it. The lid shifted, the old wood creaked. And as James took a trembling step back, the coffin burst open, revealing a shriveled, childlike figure with black, empty eyes. It smiled. James never made it out of the Whitmore house, but sometimes, when workers pass by, they hear whispers in the walls. And the knocking never stops.